Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer and this video is going to share 5 quick and easy supper meals. So this is really just going to be what we're having this week. I try to make everything pretty quick and easy, and this week is no exception. Let's get to it. So tonight we are going to be having some hamburgers. I did buy some already. These are like a ground steak, I believe, burger from just a little local grocery store. Anyway, I've been telling you guys about these copper mats. Still, I just love these. I know mine. This one is getting to the point where we're going to have to probably retire it soon. These boxes usually come with a few in there. I feel like I have one more in my box here, but I'm just going to get my grill started and we're going to get these burgers on the grill. All right, you're going to hear the kids in the background. They're out playing it. Well, at least Peter and Maria are out playing right now. And believe it or not, we actually just went swimming. Now, we are in Wisconsin. If you're new here, we are in Wisconsin, and it is April 5th, I believe, today. And we went swimming in our pond. I didn't. Are you nuts? But anyway, the kids did. They'd been begging all day. It got up to 80 here, even though the water is still probably like 40 or something. So that's what an already used copper mat looks like. This is what a brand new one looks like. And they work really great, you guys, if your grill grates are starting to deteriorate. And I'm just putting some of this amazing burger seasoning on from Aldi, and I like this quite well. So the burgers tonight are going to be what I refer to as Slaw Burgers. I know this is kind of popular, from what I understand, kind of like in the South, and a friend of mine had gone to either North or South Carolina like 20 some years ago. And anyway, she said that they had gotten these amazing Slaw Burgers there, something that, you know, here in Wisconsin in the North we never would have thought of. But anyway, I really love it. I mean, she told me about it and I love it. So we're just going to put cheese on our burger and then some coleslaw. I'll probably be the only one to do that because all my coleslaw lovers have moved out. We're coming off of Easter. I have a little bit of cooked carrots. I also have a little bit of green beans. I made up the coleslaw. I have a little bit of rice from our Saturday night supper, and then just a tiny bit of mashed potatoes in there as well. So that is it. We only have 5 of us eating tonight, and so this is going to be plenty. Oh, and I also have cranberry sauce. I made a great big batch of that before Easter, and so I have cranberry sauce. I'm also going to just cut up this red onion because I thought red onion with the coleslaw and the sharp cheddar cheese is going to be delicious. Tonight for supper, it's really, really easy. It is just chili dogs. So,
thanks.
I mean, so easy. That is a can of chili from the store. We just put it on our hot dogs.
I'm just gonna take one plain green onion.
You're gonna try a green onion? Sure.
Do you want some cheese?
And then we have like cheese and green onions. Those are the green onions I'm growing on the windowsill. You didn't like it, Peter? And then a little coleslaw, some muskmelon, black olives, and just all the half bags of chips. And that is going to be supper tonight. Super easy. This can even be done easier by putting it in the crock pot a couple hours ahead of time. Tonight's supper started earlier this morning when I just put together a really, really quick Jell-O squares. This is just 2.5 cups of boiling water and 4 small packages of whatever flavor Jell-O you like. If you don't have all the same flavor, you can mix it. You know, obviously choose flavors that go together, but it's just easy. Spray your 9x13 pan. I would normally use glass, but my glass pan still had just a couple pieces of peach cake left in it, and so I ended up using, just one of my metal pans. But anyway, just spray it, and then just pour in the Jell-O mixture that you had already stirred well so that all of the Jell-O powder was dissolved completely. Pour it into your pan, pop it in the fridge, and it'll be ready for supper tonight. And then I put together some really, really quick chicken noodle soup. So I started with my great big, I think this is a 12-quart stock pot. I filled it up halfway with water. I put in an entire package of these frozen boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I'm just going to cook that until, and I started with them frozen. That's fine. I'm just going to cook it until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Pull the chicken out, let it cool for just a little bit, shred it up, and put it right back into that same water. I also, in the microwave, am thawing a quart of chicken stock from a time when I had boiled up chicken that was still on the bone, but I didn't need that stock. I just needed the chicken. So I saved that, popped it in a jar, put it in the freezer, and I'm going to add that to my chicken noodle soup. That way we still get like all the health benefits from the collagen and everything that comes from the bones. And it's really easy to season chicken noodle soup. You can use better than bouillon. It's kind of like a creamy based soup base. Comes in a little jar. I don't have that right now, but I do have some Knorr chicken seasoning, so I'm just going to use this powder. And you just keep tasting your soup until it gets to the saltiness or the flavor that you're looking for. You can also add in some parsley flakes, some just regular salt, some pepper, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder. I like to throw that into my soup as well, and then just keep it really simple with the vegetables. So today I'm going to be using some diced celery, diced onion, and then also a couple cans of canned carrots because that was what I had. I didn't have any fresh carrots. Normally I would use fresh carrots and put them all in at the same time with the celery and the onion, but since I'm using canned carrots, I'll just put those in at the end. I don't want them to get too, overcooked and mushy. And now we're just serving it with some saltine crackers with a little bit of butter, and then again the Jell-O and the soup, and that is going to be a really quick supper for this Thursday night. I do have to take Maria to an event, and so we're going to be eating a little early here, and the rest of the family will eat when Warren gets in from work. And so soup is a great thing because I can just keep it warm on the stove and everyone can eat when it's convenient for them. Tonight for supper we are going to do breakfast for supper. So we are going to be having, I'm just putting together my homemade fake maple syrup that I make. And then I have bacon in the oven. I have some frozen waffles, actually 2 boxes. Somehow have not been seen since grocery shopping day. So I have those frozen waffles, and then I'm also going to do scrambled eggs. And that's going to be it for a really, really easy Monday night supper. Here we are, ready for the 5th supper of the week, and tonight we are going to have some chicken wings. I am going to do this the way I remember my mom doing chicken when I was a kid, and it was just so absolutely simple. First, I'm just going to pat it dry here. I am going to transfer it onto this lined cookie sheet here, and then I will season it up really, really well. I'm going to keep it skin side up for the whole entire cooking time. Now when I was a kid, my mom would always get like the, where they have like a whole chicken cut up. Isn't that like the only way chicken came years ago? Either a whole chicken or you just got like the whole chicken cut into pieces. So you had the breasts and the thighs and the legs and the wings and the back and everything like that. So anyway, but this is what I have tonight. Let me get out my seasonings. All right, we are going to rely on good old Lawry's seasoned salt. Can I get the cover off with one hand? No, I cannot. I'm not really sure what's been going on, but like the last 2 or 3 containers of Lawry seasoning salt, the lid will not stay on. So you have to just take it off, because if you leave it on and someone opens it and shakes it and that lid falls off, yeah, that's not good. So here's what I'm going to do. Just get some Lawry seasoning salt, and a lot. Like I remember my mom would just load it really, really load it. And it just seems to like seep in. Oh, the frost alarm's going off. We are cranberry growers. Well, I mean, my husband is. I'm his support team. And he is getting everything set up for spring frost watch and summer irrigating and all of that. And anyway, I just heard the frost alarm go off. Doesn't that smell good?
Yeah, it smells so good.
All right, now something that my mom did not do is use pepper. I'm going to use pepper and put a good healthy dose of pepper on the chicken. No, Maria doesn't like pepper. I'll leave a couple without pepper, okay? All right, so let's get some pepper on it, and then we're just going to put this in the oven for at least 45 minutes at 400 degrees. It might even go a little bit longer. It really just depends on your oven. It depends, like I'm actually using one of my lighter colored pans today, lined, and so that sometimes even affects how quickly the chicken gets done and gets crispy. And yeah, like how crowded the chicken is on your pan will determine how much time it needs to be in the oven. So all those things kind of affect it. Tonight, I'm using a light colored pan. My meat is not very crowded. It's very, very thawed. You know, if you have like a little bit of ice left in your meat, that is going to make it take longer. Anyway, let's get this in the oven. Okay, tonight for supper, we are also going to have this corn. There's only 5 of us going to be here tonight for supper. Sam might eat later when he gets home. But he can just eat whatever happens to be left over, or he can make himself a ham sandwich or something like that. I am also going to make up this entire box. This is 12 ounces of bow tie pasta. I'll be making that just as regular old buttered noodles. And then on top of those 3 items, then I'll also put out a jar of pickles and a jar of applesauce. Actually, I think I have some cranberry sauce in the fridge and some cran applesauce in the fridge. So that's what I'm going to put out so I can use up those before opening up another jar of applesauce. That's going to be it. So although this meal takes just a little bit of time, you know, the chicken you have to, it's best to take it out a day or 2 ahead, put it in your fridge so it can thaw. But once it's at that point, it's so easy to just put it in the oven. It only takes a few minutes to get it into the oven, and then it just does its thing for an hour. Nice and easy.